What's up, guys? Lewin here at Garageband and beyond, back with part 2 on how to record a song like a pro. So this is, for you guys at home who want to know how I record my songs, how I mix them. This whole series will be covering everything from beginning to end, how I'm recording signals, mixing, how I develop harmonies, all of it. So that's what we're going to do today, actually, is work on the lead vocals, and we're going to build up the harmonies, and I'm going to talk about how I find the harmonies to sing, stuff like that. Before I start, anybody who watched the previous episode of this, I just will say I did add a new guitar track and then a second guitar track with a capo on it to give it that 12-string effect. I do have a video on how I do that in general, and there should be a link popping up here somewhere. But yeah, it's just basically, I put a capo on the 5th fret and then I just played all the same chords on a higher register on my guitar to give it a sound sort of like 12-string, kind of, just gives it a higher acoustic guitar sound. So you will be hearing that. The normal no capo guitar is on the left side, and the capoed guitar will be coming out of the right if you have your headphones on or if you're watching this in your studio. So anyway, first thing we need to do, so that's it about acoustic guitars. Okay, so next we got to talk about what I'm doing now. So I'm going to do the lead vocal first, and let me just show you. I'm using my SM57, like I said, and of course I'm going into my Joe Meek 3Q there on the top. I am running the compressor mostly to shave just if there are any peaks, which I don't really predict, but I do have it on. And just so you know, when I do stuff like this, you can see the attack there, which is this button right here. This is the attack. This is the release. So I have the compressor turned up pretty high. So it does do quite a bit of reduction, but it's not going to catch it until like it's the loudest one. And then when the release is set super low. So basically, as soon as it does grab something, it will release it really, really quickly. So it's not like this squashing, long-term squashing effect that a compressor, especially this particular compressor, can do because it's an optical compressor. It does tend to sort of squish things too much if you let it. So I just have the release set to, super fast. Going into channel 3 down there, and, those are my signals, all right? So vocal 1, let's just do the lead vocal, all right? Let's get into it. Well, I did what I did 'cause I was just a kid trying to figure out how to be a better man. So we walked and we talked on the sidewalk. We used what I heard in every word is that it hadn't yet occurred. So I don't like that. All right, so I think it was this one right here. But it took days. Oh no, after this. All right, so I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna chop this down, cut that, cut this. I'm gonna turn on the 4-count pre-roll before it starts recording, and I am what I heard, right? So okay, so that's it. Just got to fix this lyric. What I heard in every word is that it hadn't yet occurred, and dawned on you that you were in the right. I had finally lost control. I had finally lost control. All right, so there we go. Bam, lead vocal's done. Now I'm going to actually redo this entire thing. Not redo it, I'm just going to duplicate this track by singing it again, okay? So let me just say right here, right now, I genuinely do not like the method of like just copying and pasting tracks and offsetting them. Or if you're just like, I'm going to do like whatever, 2 guitar or 1 guitar track, copy paste it, and then hard left, hard right it. That doesn't make any sense. Don't do it. You're going to end up messing up your recordings. Just rule of thumb, don't do that kind of stuff. It makes more problems. It doesn't do what you want it to do, although you think it might be, but it's not. So anyway, I'm just going to sing the whole thing a second time. So that's what I'm saying. Instead of copying and pasting, just play the thing twice, sing it twice, whatever it is. That's the only way to really get this effect, that sort of two instruments happening at once effect, just do it twice. So one thing I do like to do if I'm going to be doing this, make sure you turn down the original track just enough so you can hear it. And I typically send it all the way to my left, and then the new track will be coming in on my right. However, you may have noticed that I'm constantly having my ear popped out from the headphones. That's because I just tend to sing a little bit more comfortably with, just the sound of my voice in the room rather than through the headphones. With the headphones, I just get a little bit removed from myself a little bit, if that makes any sense. So anyway, ear out, and I'm just going to copy this, and this is going to go like super fast for you guys. Well, I did what I did, 'cause I was just a kid, trying to figure out how to be a better man. So we walked and we talked. I had finally lost control. I had finally lost control. Cool. All right, so that's it. Okay, so now I'm going to do all the harmony parts, and we're going to just do them. I just want them in the chorus. They're sort of oohs and ahs, mostly oohs, I think. But anyway, let's get to the chorus and listen to it. Hadn't yet a breath. I started to scream. I threw my glass. I want that note. Which is. Okay. So it's actually this harmony is a D, and it's going to go down to C sharp. So it's So that's the first one. We're in the key of D, but the melody is actually not singing the root, I believe. Okay. So the melody note right there is A. Okay. So we're talking about the key of D, right? So in the key of D, A is the fifth note of the chord. So the harmonies are actually going to build starting with the root, okay? So if you don't know how to do this, just look up how chord structure is done. There's 3 notes to every single chord. You have the root, the third, and the fifth. So that's what I'm going to be building around, okay? So when I talk about the root, the third, and the fifth, those are the 3 notes. The first note, in this case, it's D. The third is an F sharp, and then the fifth is an A, okay? So I'm starting with the root note, and it's just a slight half-stepped shift down, and we're going to build those up just like this. I started to scream. I threw my glass. I punched a hole right through the wall. I didn't notice that you had left, 'cause I had finally lost control. I had finally lost control. Simple. That's it. Okay. So that's the first high harmony. Since this is the high harmony, I will be doubling this. I always recommend doubling the highest harmonies. Any of the harmonies, when you're listening to the backup vocals that you do, anything you're like, oh, I wish there was 2 of those, just record it twice. Super simple. All right. So we're going to do that same exact thing again. Here we go. I started to scream. I threw my glass. I punched a hole right through the wall. Next harmony. Didn't notice that you had left, 'cause I had finally lost control. Okay, so I'm doing this by ear, which is probably how a lot of you do it. Or I could actually sit down at the piano and talk about it. So the original one's doing this. Let's try that F sharp. I started to scream. I threw my glass. I punched a hole right through the wall. I didn't notice that you had left, 'cause I had finally lost control. I had finally lost control. So, yay, I got it. Okay, cool. I want this to have sort of like a, Pink Floyd-y, Beach Boys, Beatlesque sound. So lots of backup vocals. Not lots, just enough to fill it in a little bit. So we're going to do one more. I started to scream. I threw my glass. I punched a hole right through the wall. All right, so now we do have a 3-part harmony going. I do mentally hear like a 4th harmony in there. It might be a 7th or something, so I might try that. Let's just listen to what we have so far. I started to scream. I threw my glass. I punched a hole right through the wall. I didn't notice that you had left. Yeah, I do like this. Ha. So that is ha. So that's a B down to A in the key of D. Right? So that's a major 7. I started to scream. I threw my glass. I punched a hole right through the wall. I didn't notice that you had left, 'cause I had finally lost control. I had finally lost control. Okay, I think that sounds good. I do need to double it. If anybody here knows, if anybody here does what I'm doing right now, just sort of hitting the duplicate track over and over, just to sort of, open new tracks to record on, don't you wish that GarageBand automatically selected the channel you just created? I can't tell you how many times I've recorded over my previous takes because I thought it would automatically do that. So GarageBand guys, if by any chance you watch this, when you create a new track, it should be the track that automatically becomes selected. Anyway, new harmony. I started to scream. I threw my glass. I punched a hole right through the wall. I didn't notice that you had left, 'cause I had finally lost control. I had finally lost control. So I stopped. Oh, I think I did it. So that's it. Oh my gosh, all those vocals are done. That was actually not too bad. I was sort of worried. It's a little bit early in the day for me to be singing. But anyway, you guys, so that's basically it for today's video. We're just talking about those lead vocals. They've now been doubled, panned left and right. We'll see what happens with that in the end. And then all these other vocals have been done. Now, what I will do later in the mixing process, we will talk about how I am just going to copy these exact vocals that I just did now. I'm going to drop them in the second chorus. I might have to add a couple of those oohs or just, whatever, copy and paste a couple of new ones. But that's basically it, you guys. So I don't know about you, but I'm loving the way my Shure SM57 is sounding. Through my Joe Meek 3Q, I do think having a preamp for a 57 is a nice addition. You don't really necessarily have to have it, but it does help you get better gain out of the microphone, which helps, just helps. It helps. I wouldn't say that this preamp has a very noticeable color or tone, which I like, that it's very transparent. It just boosts the signal. But with the compressor and everything on there, and in fact, I don't think I saw the compressor fire once, so that means I wasn't peaking it, so that's good. But anyway, leave questions and comments below. This is just episode 2. Next week, oh, you know what? I have a question. If you've made it this far in the video, I do have a question for you. When I record the Hammond part on this, would you rather I use my real Hammond, or would you like me to do the Hammond in GarageBand? I can do either, but I'll leave it up to you guys. So anyway, that's it. Have a great day. I hope you're enjoying the session watching me do this, and that's it. Peace.